10 magnificent ancient civilizations you've never heard of. Imagine a forgotten civilization with a vast empire stretching across an entire continent that historians nearly erased from history. Did you know that the Kingdom of Yam, a powerful African civilization, once rivaled the great Egyptian empire? Yet it mysteriously vanished from the pages of history, leaving only cryptic references in Egyptian records. How much do we really know about the ancient world? What if there were entire civilizations now buried beneath the sands of time that shaped human history in ways you've never heard of? Stick with us, because in this video, we will uncover 10 ancient civilizations you've probably never heard of, and their legacies might just change everything you thought you knew about the past. Number 1. The Kingdom of Yam, Africa, 1500 BCE, 1000 BCE. This powerful civilization thrived along the Nile, directly across from ancient Egypt. The people of Yam were fierce and resourceful, yet their empire mysteriously disappeared from historical records. The Kingdom of Yam's interactions with Egypt are well documented, but their eventual disappearance remains a riddle. But what is fascinating about the Kingdom of Yam is its mysterious end. Historians still debate what happened to its people. Were they absorbed into Egyptian culture, or did they simply fade into time? What we do know is that the Yam were pioneers in agriculture, developing advanced irrigation systems and trading with the Egyptians. Their burial rituals and religious practices were rich with symbolism, and their contributions to African civilizations still resonate today. Number 2. The Xiongnu Confederation, 3rd century BCE, 1st century CE. We now journey to Asia, where the Xiongnu Confederation ruled the vast steppes of Central Asia. You've likely heard of the Mongols, but did you know the Xiongnu were their predecessors? For centuries, they waged war with the Han dynasty in China, influencing much of ancient Asian geopolitics. Their expertise in horsemanship and military tactics made them nearly unstoppable. The Xiongnu's confederation of tribes was a force to be reckoned with. They controlled vast swaths of land and developed early concepts of federations and alliances that would later influence the rise of other empires. Number 3. The Tiwanaku Empire, South America, 500 BCE, 1000 CE. Traveling to South America, we find the Tiwanaku Empire, a civilization that flourished high in the Andes, near the shores of Lake Titicaca. Their stonework was so precise that even modern engineers marvel at its accuracy. This empire, though largely overshadowed by the Inca Empire, was far ahead of its time in terms of agriculture, architecture, and religious symbolism. Their advanced agricultural practices, especially at such high altitudes, were groundbreaking. Yet, like so many ancient empires, Tiwanaku mysteriously disappeared, and its secrets remain largely unsolved to this day. Number 4. The Bactria-Margiana Archaeological Complex, BMAC, Asia, 2200 BCE, 1700 BCE. Moving eastward, we come to the Bactria-Margiana Archaeological Complex, or BMAC, in what is now Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, and Afghanistan. This was a major center of trade and culture, linking the Mesopotamian world to Central Asia and the Indus Valley. The BMAC was a melting pot of cultures, ideas, and technologies. They traded everything from precious metals to exotic goods, contributing significantly to the development of early Central Asian empires. Yet despite their prominence, the BMAC has slipped into obscurity, its ruins largely forgotten by history. Number 5. The Lapita culture, South Pacific, 1600 BCE, 500 BCE. Let's turn our attention to the Pacific, where the Lapita culture thrived. They spread across a vast expanse of islands, from the Solomon Islands to Fiji, using their incredible navigation skills to reach remote parts of the world. Their pottery, decorated with intricate geometric patterns, tells the story of a people who were not just survivors, but explorers, innovators, and artists. The legacy of the Lapita culture lives on today in the Pacific Islands, particularly among Polynesian and Melanesian cultures, who continue their maritime traditions. Number 6. The Chachapoya, South America, 900 CE, 1470 CE. We now travel to the Andes, where the Chachapoya, also known as the Cloud People, once lived. Known for their dramatic cliffside tombs and fortresses, The Chachapoya were a highly independent and fiercely protective people. For centuries, they resisted the Inca Empire's attempts to conquer them, but eventually they were absorbed by the Inca in the 15th century. Though their civilization was short-lived, the Chachapoya left behind impressive remnants of their culture, including their extraordinary tombs that still puzzle archaeologists today. Number 7. The Garamantes, Africa, 500 BCE, 700 CE. In the Sahara Desert, the Garamantes flourished for over 1,000 years. They developed an extensive network of underground canals to irrigate crops in the harshest of conditions, allowing them to thrive in an otherwise barren environment. The Garamantes were a masterful people, skilled in trade, agriculture, and engineering. They were one of the first to successfully navigate and cultivate the desert, and their legacy can still be seen in modern-day desert irrigation systems. Number 8. The Jomon culture, Asia, 14,000 BCE, 300 BCE. Now let's look at Japan's Jomon culture, one of the oldest civilizations in the world. The Jomon people, living as far back as 14,000 BCE, are known for their intricate pottery and sustainable way of life. They were early pioneers in fishing, farming, and creating tools, and their remarkable craftsmanship can still be seen in their distinctive pottery. The Jomon left a legacy of artistry and sustainability, laying the foundations for what would become modern Japanese culture. Number 9. The Gunditjmara people, Australia, 6,000 BCE to the present. The Gunditjmara people are an indigenous group from the southwestern part of Victoria, Australia. They were masters of aquaculture. Their eel farming systems, which date back over 6,000 years, are among the oldest known in the world. They developed a sustainable farming method that still influences aquaculture practices today. The Gunditjmara's ability to create harmony between nature and agriculture is a testament to their deep understanding of the land. One of the significant developments for the Gunditjmara people in recent years was the recognition of their traditional eel traps at Lake Condah as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2019. Number 10. The land of Punt, Africa, 2600 BCE, 1100 BCE. Finally, we journey to the mysterious land of Punt, often referred to as the Land of the Gods. This ancient African kingdom was famous for its wealth, exotic animals, and luxury goods, which it exported to Egypt. Its exact location is still debated, with some scholars suggesting it was in modern-day Somalia or Eritrea. The people of Punt had a profound impact on Egypt, but much of their civilization remains shrouded in mystery. From the deserts of Africa to the islands of the Pacific, these lost civilizations shaped the world in ways that continue to impact us today. These forgotten civilizations may have been lost to time, but their stories are far from over. From groundbreaking agricultural techniques to architectural marvels, these ancient peoples left an incredible mark on history. Their influence can still be felt today in the cultures, landscapes, and technologies that have shaped the world as we know it. While their names may not be as well known, their influence and legacies are undeniable. Perhaps the ancient world is even more fascinating than we've been led to believe. What do you think? If you enjoyed learning about the lesser-known ancient civilizations today, make sure to hit the subscribe button. We cover fascinating topics like this all the time, and we would love for you to join the community.